Hey friends! Thanks for popping by. So today I actually want to talk about something I haven't really heard any artists talk about, and I don't know if I just live in a bubble or if nobody has actually covered this topic, but I'm gonna do it because I think it's important, at least for me, to get it off my chest. So first off, I wanted to give a couple channel updates. First one is that I'm actually going to try and make another video this month. It's for Dragon Week and I want to participate in the event, but full disclosure, it's been pretty difficult for me to buckle down and do my YouTube stuff lately, so it may not end up happening this year. Either way, I'll definitely be watching the Dragon Week videos I do come across, and you should too. I expect it'll be lots of fun. Second up, I recently posted my first character on Unvale. It's a character I drew for an art challenge, and I really like how they turned out. So if you guys want an early look at the character before I post the speed paint here on my channel, I'll have my Unvale linked below so you can check it out. Alright, with that out of the way, let's dive in. This video is in a similar vein as one I made ages ago, but it is a bit more in-depth. I'll link that one in the cards if you want to check it out. On top of that, the pictures I'm going to be drawing are actually ones I'm not super happy with, and I decided to post them because I think it's just as important to show the work you're not proud of as it is to show off the ones you love, or at least like. Creating art is such a varied experience, and a lot of people don't realize how awful it can be sometimes. The pieces you make don't always come out great or even good, and the way you as an artist see them often depends on how you're doing mentally. This is kind of what I want to talk about today. You see, the last few weeks and even months have not been great for me, which is part of the reason why some videos have been delayed, like my solo D&D stuff and even some other projects I've been working on that I haven't announced yet. And it's why I'm probably going to end up changing my schedule to 1 video a month instead of 2 for a while. And sometimes I'm probably not even going to be able to keep up with that, depending on how large the project is. I want to avoid burnout as much as possible, so I'm going to be focusing on quality rather than stressing myself out with quantity, while also trying to be consistent. I'll also be trying to post more previews for upcoming projects, because there's going to be a more significant amount of time in between each. But that aside, kind of the headspace I've been in, and I've kind of thought about this a lot over the past few days, is not a lot of people talk about how your feelings in your personal life affect your art. I said this before briefly in the last video I made like this, but how you feel inside changes how you see your art, and it alters and can even strip your ability to make art at all. I've dealt with a combination of these factors recently. I've been having a lot of issues in my personal life, the kind that kick your butt hard, and because of these things, my depression and anxiety have both been super high. It's been feeling like everything is spinning out of control, and I have no say in what comes next, and the art I made while in the deepest portion of these feelings is what I'm showing off now. I went through a whole journey of being time blind for days, then realizing I should start on my next video because it was coming up, then trying to figure out what to do for my next art project, getting an idea, then promptly pushing it to the side because it wasn't working, then realizing there were some really cool things I wanted to do, then making a whole piece I actually liked, but deciding not to post it because the script was giving me grief, then deciding that I wanted to approach the video that drawing was supposed to be for another way, entirely, then getting back on the hunt to find an idea, then opting to do something I thought would be simple, then freaking out because I realized the deadline was coming up fast, then working almost 24/7 to get this new idea done, then realizing I hated everything about it, then trying to come up with something else, then realizing I actually had nothing and would not be able to post that week because I didn't have enough time to finish a whole video project, then beating myself up about it while I worked on my post for my April calendar, then deciding to give up on drawing for a few days, all the while either working a contract job, searching for a permanent position, brainstorming for my Patreon, and dealing with personal life issues, some of which have been really traumatic, and I am not good at dealing with my crap. Throughout this whole process, I've made a few pictures I really do like, but I decided not to use them for one reason or another, mostly because it's been pretty much impossible not to get stuck in my own head. My art is everything to me, my self-expression, my passion, my joy, and I haven't been able to really find joy in it lately because I feel like I can't do it well. My perfectionism really doesn't help matters. In fact, it's made everything worse. I haven't heard anyone talk about how frustrating it is when you want to do a project, or even just any art for that matter, even the simplest sketch, but when it comes to the process of creating itself, you find you feel confused about how to move forward, like your hands won't do what you want them to, like you don't want to do it this way, or like you wish you could just snap a picture of what's in your mind and call it a day, and even like you don't want to do it at all. It's hard to really explain the feeling that comes with wanting to do something but also not wanting to do it. I still want to make the projects that I've been excited about, like solo D&D, some animation projects, and even just some goofy random stuff. But at the moment, I've struggled to feel motivated to do so, and it's not just a thought. I feel it in every fiber of my being, in the way my body responds to leaning against my pillow, or even the way my clothes feel on my skin. It's not just tension or frustration, it's tight and fuzzy and exhausting. It feels like my skin is buzzing and my head has a massive line over it, cutting off any thoughts but the consuming ones. The ones of anger and self-doubt, of disappointment in myself, and of how worthwhile it is for me to even make an effort for my art. And this is the thing that brings me the most joy of anything I do on a regular basis right now. Creating is my sustenance, my passion, my heart. And it sucks that what is going on in my life impacts my creativity and fulfillment so much. I've been angry at myself mostly for being so affected, and I have a lot of thoughts and feelings that tell me I'm not doing enough, and that I'll never make it, and that I need to work harder. I see the lack of control I feel in these pieces, and even though these don't outnumber the pieces I made that I do like, their presence overshadows my feelings of pride in my work, and cause me to feel completely useless as an artist. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's felt like this. So many people I've known have deep-rooted insecurities that rear their ugly heads at what feels like the worst times ever, and it seemingly nothing. And it's so hard to work your way out of it. You can't force yourself to be okay or to get over the feelings and just be happy with what you have done versus ruminating over the things you haven't. In the end, all of my emotions ended up swirling together, and I've done a few things to try and combat them all, but it's just so much. While I'm doing all I can to patch myself up, the cracks spread and spark more. There's not enough glue in the world to put myself back together. At least that's what it feels like when everything comes crashing in. And despite all my catastrophizing, all my self-doubt, all my big consuming feelings, I'm still trying. I haven't given up. I'm still working hard, maybe too hard at times. Still trying to take care of myself, still getting better. Maybe at a snail's pace, but I'm certainly not stopping. Because I can't. Thank you guys so much for watching. This video is a bit of a deep one for me, and I'm fully aware that it's probably not one that's going to be popular on my channel, and I'm okay with that. I just felt compelled to be a little honest about my feelings. I will not lie, I have been indulging in sweets and chips and just a bunch of stuff that is 100% not healthy for me, but it gives me some dopamine. I've also been rewatching some reaction videos because they also give me dopamine. If you haven't heard of We Last Reacts, I would highly recommend her channel. She's a riot. I love her Steven Universe reactions, and those have been really getting me through. If you made it this far, go ahead and drop, I don't know, a croissant emoji down in the comments. Yeah, any engagement would certainly be appreciated. Like I said, I'm working on brainstorming ideas for Patreon perks, and I have a few, but I haven't fully decided yet. I think once I'm done brainstorming, I'll put up some polls and let you guys decide. After all, I'd want to provide stuff you'd enjoy, so watch out for that. Also, my solo D&D episode 0 video could use some love. So if you haven't watched or commented on or liked it, I would recommend. Maybe help me decide who I'm going to play. Also, feel free to subscribe and check out my other videos if you like. You can also follow me on Bluesky and Instagram, and check out my Unvale. I'll be posting more on there very soon. Anywho, that's enough talking for me. I'll catch you all later. Be safe and take care of yourselves, even if that means eating tons of sweets. Okay, I'm done. Bye!